Our first guest tonight is an Oscar-nominated actor and Golden Globe-winning producer, but he still keeps it real. He can't help but keep it real. He produces 2 shows on HBO, Boardwalk Empire and How to Make It in America, and stars in a thriller called Contraband, which is coming to theaters in January. Please say hello to Mark Wahlberg. I'm good. And we have an exciting surprise for our next segment that I know you're excited about, I'm excited about, probably your whole gang is excited about.
I have never gotten this many phone calls about doing a show, period. But you know what? You kept your promise.
I did. Well,
I told you about my friend Nacho, who's appearing later today, and you said you should bring him on the show one day.
And tonight, that magic is going to happen.
You're the man, really. I said, hey, you know, I get to come on and talk about Contraband and some other stuff. I said, can we still bring Nacho? And they said, absolutely.
Absolutely.
And they literally said they're going to bump me to the other chair to bring out Nacho for a segment. So we're excited about it.
Hey, I heard you're opening a burger joint back home.
We are. It's a family business. It's called Wahlburgers.
Wahlburgers, for real.
The catchy name. But you know, it's funny because my brother, Paul, who I've always said, if there's one really talented person in the family, it's him. He's been a chef for, I don't know, 20, 30 years.
Really?
And we finally raised the money for him to open his own business, which is named after my mother, Alma Nove, in Hingham, Massachusetts. It's almost open 2 years now. But he doesn't eat good food. All he eats is burgers. Now, we're going to make healthy burgers, and we have alternatives, but his whole thing was, all I eat is burgers. My dream is to open a burger joint.
Really?
So we decided, you know, we're going to open up Wahlburgers.
Nice.
And we open, the first one opens October 24th. We're having a big grand opening. We've been trying to convince him, because everybody thinks it's such a great idea, that we should do this kind of docudrama show about the making of the business and building
like a
brand.
reality show type of thing.
Well, when you say reality show, he thinks Jersey Shore.
Right.
Which is not a good thing.
No.
But I told him he is so passionate about everything that he does. It's all about the customer. It's all about the quality of food. He loves the town that he lives in. He's such a proud, honest, straight, hardworking guy. But that's what we want the show to be about, because this isn't a gimmick that we want to just throw it out there and see if it works. This is a business that we want to build and that we believe in. And that
so he doesn't want like a Snooki roaming around and throwing up on his hamburgers.
No, and he's not too thrilled about a Nacho around, but it's not really, or Nacho eating 20 burgers in 30 seconds. But it is really about the business and building that brand and, you know, putting our family to work. And
when your last name is something Berg, you got to open a burger place. You just have to.
It's amazing because our name, literally 25 years ago, the name Wahlberg was a bad thing. You only heard it in all the courthouses in our neighborhood. And now my mother just got named to be one of the most 100 influential people in Boston.
Really? Wow.
She's doing the Boston version of Dancing with the Stars for charity.
Really?
And hopefully she'll be a big character and part of the docudrama.
Will there be other Wahlberg family items on the menu? Like, will there be a Dirk Diggler hot dog or anything like that?
We thought about making this 16-inch long dog, but no, it's mostly burgers, you know, healthy burgers.
How about, I do have one idea, and I really would love you to run with this. On Sundays, you guys should have a funky brunch. Right?
Well,
run that by your brother.
That's a good one. We actually... They do have a brunch at Alma Nove, so we could
make
call
it
that the funky brunch. And you know what? Now that Seth MacFarlane, who I just worked with, is one of the most talented and sweetest guys ever. He's doing an album after having all the success in television and soon in movies. Yeah. I'm coming back with the funky brunch. I'll perform at the brunch.
That would be great.
I'll come back and perform here.
I heard you introduced New Kids on the Block, your brother's band, at Fenway Park.
Yeah, Seth and I were shooting. We went over to Fenway Park and introduced them as a big deal, them performing at Fenway Park, because the first time they ever did a show before they even called the New Kids on the Block, I introduced them at a concert, what was a talent show at a school called the Lee School, right on the Dorchester-Roxbury border, and they were the only white group performing there.
Oh, really?
I was the only white guy in the audience, but I came out and introduced them, and I did a breakdancing thing before.
You did?
And then I did a thing and introduced them and hyped up the crowd.
And did it go over well?
It went over very well. Listen, for the only white guy in there, and they're thinking, oh my God, this kid can spin on his head and everything. You don't have to be as good to just have the balls to come out there.
I found that spinning on your head transcends any culture, any
barrier whatsoever.
You could go to Thailand, you could go to Germany, wherever you are, you spin on your head and people love it.
You're in, exactly.